So regardless if it's a whale or you're dominating, this is my methodology. This is what I do. This is my way of thinking. What should you do with net profits from a product, regardless if it's a competitive niche or regardless if you're absolutely dominating, right? So it works like this, right? You have your product. This is your product, and you have different stages, right? So you have your verification, or excuse me, you have your validation, which is phase one. And phase one is when you introduce it. Excuse me. Phase one is where you do your due diligence. You do your due diligence, and this is before you go live on Amazon. You're looking at historicals, right? You're looking at history. You're looking at is it trending? You're looking at profit. You're looking at is it a good introductory product? And what is an introduction or introductory product? An introduction product is when you create a product, you launch a product, and you're crushing it. Can you easily roll out another product within that catalog without having to do product research all over again? That's when you're doing the brand strategy, right? So after you do phase one, which is validation, you're going to go into phase two with your product, which is verification, which is where you verify, okay? Phase two. Now, phase two is where you send in your test, right? You send in a test batch, which is usually about 1 month of inventory, give or take. So if you feel that, and this is an example, right? Example, if you feel that it's selling 300 units a month, you would launch 300 units. If you feel that it's selling 500 units per month, you would launch 500 units. Because what you want to do is you want to send enough, and this is the secret sauce within the AMZ formula, you want to send enough product to test the demand and make sure that, okay, you've already done your preliminary work. You want to make sure that when you send product in, that if it doesn't meet your expectations, you can nimbly execute and liquidating the product without taking a huge loss or while minimalizing your risk, right? Now, once you sell through this in phase two, this is where you're getting your reviews. This is also where you're testing price. And you're also doing your listing optimization. So you're really killing multiple birds with one stone. You're doing all of these together, right? You're literally testing your product, you're getting your reviews, you're testing your price, and you're listing optimization, which is changing your listing around, changing keywords, optimizing, looking at your conversion ratio, and you want to get all of this dialed in. And then you go into phase number 3, right? Phase number 3 is going to be your scale. And I'm breaking this down very quickly. However, I break this down in great detail inside of the AMZ formula. Phase 3 is going to be scale. So in phase 3, this is where we're going to pretty much answer your question in detail, right? In phase 3, when we're scaling, we want to increase PPC budget. Now, PPC stands for pay per click. Okay, and then number 2, we want to increase, and if you don't have a budget, you want to start a budget for exterior marketing. What are a few examples? Instagram, YouTube, blogs, etc. Okay, and then number 3, number 3, you want to order more inventory. And guys, these are in no particular order, so it's not like they're in chronological order. However, this is where it comes into your budget, where a lot of people mess up, right? And this is mistake, is they make money and they spend money outside the business. Okay, that's the mistake. Now, what you want to do when you do this the right way, right? Right way. And again, guys, for those of you who opt in down below, you guys are going to get all of these notes, right? So I'll download this to PDF. You'll get all of these notes plus all the notes for any of the videos that I do. You only have to do this once. So I highly suggest that you do that. There will be a link down below this video. The right way is to reinvest into all of these things right here, right? You want to reinvest into all three of these things. This is the right way. Now, why do people make that mistake? You're like, Josh, that's probably common sense. Why are people spending money on stupid stuff instead of reinvesting into their business? Because this is how this works. And this works, again, guys, this is applicable for outside of Amazon. And I teach about this here on the channel, but I'm going to break this down in like 60 seconds or less. People, this is why they start, right? They have a desirable outcome. Okay? They have a desirable outcome, and then they have an excuse. So the reason why people start is because of the desirable outcome. Why do you start an online business? Because I don't want to work for someone else, because I want to be financially free, because I want to be location independent, because I want to fire my boss, because I want more time with my spouse or my significant other or my family or my kids. All of those are desirable outcomes, right? Why do people not start their business? Why do people not invest in themselves? If you know truly deep down that what you're doing is not getting you the results in life that you desire, and you know that in order to get those results, you have to do something differently, why would you not invest in yourself? Why would you not invest in starting your business? There's usually an excuse, right? There's usually an excuse that's in front of the desirable outcome. The excuse is, well, people fail. Well, blogs saying that it's no longer working. Well, my family says that it's stupid. Well, I don't know if I'm smart enough or I'm good enough, or I don't want to spend my money, I want to save more. Whatever that self-limiting belief is or that excuse is, that's why people do not start. Now, why do people start and then make this mistake up here, right? Why do they start and then make this mistake up here? The reason why is because they're focused, because they are focused on this desirable outcome. There's only two ways that you can fail at anything, right? The only two ways that you can fail is by not starting or by giving up. Let me tell you, everybody starts, and most everybody give up. So what happens is they start their business, they start making some money, and then they start spending their money because now they feel that they're close to their desirable outcome, which is the reason why they started in the first place. So the three pillars of success that I'm constantly breaking down, if you guys aren't new to the channel or new to my world, you've probably heard this 1,000 times, but the three pillars of success are patience, persistence, probably spelled that wrong, and resilience. Okay? 3 P's or pillars to success, right? Patience, persistence, resilience. Well, what happens is they start and they don't have the patience for their desirable outcome. So they start to spend money frivolously or to invest money outside of the initial investment. So in the video, my team said don't spoil the video. So you guys are going to have to subscribe, turn notification bell on. That way you're notified on the upcoming videos. But I just recorded a video talking about a success formula, right? And how society has things all wrong, right? We go to school for 4 years, high school 4 years, college 4 years. After 8 years, within 4 years of graduating, which now takes us to 12 years, we hope to make 6 figures, right? in less than that 12 years, I've been able to get a non-traditional education and learn how to make as much as $1 million in a year, $1 million in a month, or $1 million in a day. So what happens is you have this long period of time, we're talking 8 to 12 years, where you're focusing on this desirable outcome. So when you become the nurse, become the doctor, become whatever it is that you've waited all those years to become, you start to blow money on the BMW and the expensive suit and the boat and the penthouse. The minute you get some taste of success. And that's why so many people, they don't become wealthy long term, or they don't make it to their potential, right? It happens with a lot of athletes. It happens with a lot of new entrepreneurs, because they get the money. The minute you see the money, you're like, okay, cool, this is my desirable outcome. It's happened, when they're not there yet, right? So hopefully that makes sense. I don't want to go down a rabbit hole, but this is super, super valuable. Hopefully you guys grasp this, because this is a mistake that I see a lot of people make. So when you are starting to make money on Amazon and you're selling your product and you're in this phase right here, which is phase 3 in the scale, this is the most crucial phase right here. Phase 3 is the most crucial phase, because that's when you're really going to pour rocket fuel on your listing. You've already done the preliminary research. You've already tested the product. The product is absolutely crushing it. You're starting to generate some money now. The way that you get exponential, like huge quantum leaps in your business, is by redeploying all of that money into your business. And a simple question that you should ask yourself is, how far, keyword far, and fast, keyword fast, do you want to go? Now, this is going to be different for all of you guys. For me, I'm an extremist. When I do something and I understand how you do anything is how you do everything, I want the best results out of this. So when I'm starting a business or I'm making an investment and we're getting results, like, I have a very strict plan as to when I touch the money. Like when I made my first, we went from living in a 1-bedroom apartment, $375 per month rent, made my first $1 million in those living conditions. We could have went and bought the house, but did I? No. I went from $375 rent in a 1-bedroom apartment, sleeping on an air mattress, to a $650 per month townhouse, driving a $4,000 1999 Cadillac DeVille, making $1 million, $300,000 profit. Okay. I scaled that business because I was in phase 3. I scaled that business to $3.5 million per year, around $1 million per year profit, which is around $80,000 per month profit in those same circumstances. 3 years after that living condition, I bought my first house for under $1 million after generating 8 figures, multiple 7 figures in profit in my bank, right? Then I took a step further. Before I went and invested in the depreciating asset or a home, which is not a smart investment, I then invested the money in investments, which is passive income, pays for the mortgage for my home. So that's what I talk about in great depth in that video. It's like 30 minutes. So I'm not going to spoil that, but that video is coming up and it's fire. Thanks for watching the video. If you haven't yet, smash that subscription button, and next to that, hit that notification bell. That way you're notified every single week when we drop new videos. And by the way, if you're interested in working personally with me and my team, or making an investment in an Amazon business built, ran, and managed by our team, head over to AMZ Together right now, and I'll see you guys on the other side.